terms of the centre, Manny Tuilane, Ben Teo, how much are you looking forward to seeing those two together?
We saw him at the end of the game against Australia, and it's always been something we want to have a look at and have another option. We've been really happy with Slady, but it just gives us another way of playing. So we're looking forward to seeing them together.
And Joe Cook and Singer outside them as well. It's a pretty physical, big backline, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it shows the difference in the team. I can remember playing against Australia 3 years ago and we gave Mate K's a player, you know, and we're able now to pick a big backline which can play a little bit differently, which again gives us another option of how to play the game.
What are you expecting from Italy?
Good side. You know, if Connor lets them play rugby, they can play some good rugby. They're fitter than they've ever been. They can hang in games longer. They've got a number of good players. You look at their back row. Parisi's played 136 caps or whatever it is. Negri's a good, tough player, and Staines in probably the best form of his career. They've got Marisi and, apologies for the pronunciations, and Campanero in the centres. Again, good, strong, dynamic players. The little halfbacks come back into Baldy after a long time out. Yeah, played like he was playing for his life against Ireland last week. So, yeah, they're a vibrant team. And as I said, if Connor lets them play rugby, they'll play some good rugby.
Do you expect them to play rugby?
Well, I'm not coaching them, mate, so I don't know.
And how much are you looking forward to having the new centre partnership outside? It's pretty physical, isn't it?
Yeah, no, very. Obviously said we got a taste of it against Australia. So the two lads that can do a lot of damage, but has also got some brilliant subtleties to the game as well.
Eddie, having Ellis Genge and Carl Sinclair starting against the two props, two very exciting young players. How good will that be for the Twickenham crowd to see these two hopefully get stuck in?
No, it'll be great for them. I just go back, I can remember having a session in Southport, no, not Southport, somewhere on the Gold Coast in Queensland. We just went over for the Australian tour. We took these two young props. They wanted to fight everyone, argue with everyone. You know, the whole session we tried to just keep those two calm, and they've both matured, you know, both come through, both got opportunity to be very good test props for England.
And during that journey, there's obviously been for each the odd moment, hasn't there? How proud are you of that journey they've taken, and how confident are you that even if anything's thrown at them over the weekend, they'll hopefully rise above anything?
Look, they're still learning their trade. I think we've got to understand that. And being a tight head prop and being a loose head prop in international rugby's a difficult assignment, you know, particularly as the game matures in professional rugby. Those guys are being asked to do the same things that back rowers were 10 years ago, plus scrum, plus lift in the line out, plus people tread on their toes, pull their hair, do all those sort of things. And they'll learn each game. They'll get a little bit better, and they'll get a little bit better, and that's what we're seeing with both of those guys.
Just on your other selection decisions, Brad Shields getting the nod over Mark Wilson in this one. Tough decision, or is it again just having a look at another option and maybe a slightly different way to play it?
Well, you guys talk about it as a tough decision. I'm picking a squad of 23, so we've just got a change in order there for this week.
Okay, so your thoughts on having the change in order, was there a specific reason, or?
There's always a reason for it. We want to give Brad some time. We want Wilson to come on at the end of what might turn out to be quite a high-paced game, we're not sure. And Wilson will give us tremendous work rate. Look, he's been very good for us, and he keeps working on his game, so it's just a change of order for him.
We knew, I guess, that there would be no Courtney Laws. How close was Maritoje to maybe making this?
Well, he might still play. You never know.
Okay. And then coming in, Joe Lutchby to start. You've always talked about what a consistent performer he is, someone that seldom lets you down, confident that Joe will pick up as a starter where he left off before his injury.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, it's been difficult for Joe. He's come back from an injury. We've had Locks in good form. Now he gets his opportunity to get a bit more game time. His training this week's been outstanding.
And just talking of training, how was the Georgia visit, and how much is that, as Gens was talking a couple of days ago about it really helping to continue to unify the pack? How was it for you?
Well, you're playing against a pack that basically scrums for a living, without any exaggeration. So their whole focus is to scrum well, and we needed to get that focus in our scrummaging, because we've been probably a bit disappointed in the way we've gone in that area. We would have liked to have been a bit more dominant, so was a good exercise for us. The boys enjoyed the challenge of muscling up against them, and I think we'll see the fruits of that practice on the weekend.
No, and if you can just assess how the week's been, the mood in the camp, obviously having lost a rare game against Wales, how tight is everybody and how galvanised is everybody?
Not very, yeah. The week's been brilliant so far. We obviously had a couple of weeks to prepare for this one. We've had last week as well, which was good. As far as training went yesterday, it was very energetic, very good in terms of quality as well. So we just need to make sure that we keep building now.
And just to get back out in front of the Twickenham crowd and try and get another 5 points and keep the pressure on the Welsh at the top of the table, how critical is that for the championship itself?
Oh look, we're nothing but concentrating on ourselves, concentrating on Italy, and looking forward to it. Yeah, it's brilliant to be back out at Twickenham. All the boys love playing there, so it should be a good day.
From your perspective, how does having those two big men outside you maybe change the way you think about the game, the kind of things you might be looking to do?
It's just about getting them into the game, getting them some ball so that they can do what they do well. Obviously, off the back of it, we've got some brilliant players in Elliott and the wingers who can get out the back of them and out the back of the centres and use the space if the space is tighter, if the space is more out wide. Sorry, so it gives you different options and it allows you to play through teams. But if that changes, we've got other options as well.
I don't know whether the stats tell the complete story, but the suggestion is you're carrying the ball less than most other teams in the championship so far, making fewer meters. Is that by design? Do we expect to see that change a little bit on Saturday?
We're looking to play what's in front of us. We're looking to do the right thing. Whether that's keep the ball in hand and carry. Hopefully we don't make too many carries because you want to be positive in your outcomes and end up rather scoring tries or creating pressure. And sometimes that's to do with all sorts. So we're just looking to make good decisions, and that's what we base our game around.
Do you have a view on that statistic?
Well, the last stat I saw, we scored more tries than any other team in the competition. And as far as I know about rugby, it's about scoring tries, not about making metres. That's a new stat to me. Does it count for points now? We get bonus points for making metres.
Not just yet.
Okay. Well, when we get bonus points for making metres, we'll start worrying about it.
Okay. Just one for Owen, really. How do you sort of prepare yourself against when you've never lost against a side? Does that affect your thinking anyway, or how do you stop complacency setting in, given your record against them?
I don't think it's anything to do with complacency here. We're very much focused on improving ourselves. Obviously, we'll prepare for this game as we would do any other, and obviously Italy's always still a tough challenge. But at the end of the day, we're looking to see what we can do better and see where we can take what we're doing.